Warning. What you are about to see and hear is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed on the show are our opinions and do not reflect the views of BTW21 or its staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel and Chad.
God is looking for someone real. People are looking for something real. Just be real. Here we are with another episode of Be Real the Podcast. Your host, Daniel Lewis, Brother Chad Hudson.
Hello.
Yes, and we have a very special guest with us tonight. Going to learn a lot from her. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. She's been a good friend for a very long time, especially an old friend, and I thoroughly enjoy her. Miss Dana DeHart. Yes, from Piedmont Community Services.
That's right. Thank you,
yes,
Daniel.
Yes.
Thank
How you doing?
I'm good.
That's good. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is your first podcast?
Yes.
Yes. So it's I guess it can be a little nervous. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
And a little
You guys
intimidating.
will get better.
You know,
It does get better.
It does get better.
Right.
Yeah, we're
it gets
good.
easier.
Yeah, we're good.
But one thing I do like is, Daniel just said that old-time friends.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that Patrick County has to offer is
Oh, yeah.
you grow up together.
Right.
You meet at grade school or middle school or something.
On the
and you-
bus.
On the
I
bus.
know.
Right. And you go on
through
to
a-
high school.
Or
and you
through
go
a
on.
friend, or through a friend we have in common.
Oh, do you have a friend in common?
We got a friend in common.
Great.
Yes, we do.
So
Yes,
that's
we do.
great.
Yeah.
And
Just-
but that is one thing I do like about
We got several friends in
love about Patrick County is once you talk to somebody, oh, that person knows that person, or you went to school together, and that just makes you feel like you're at home while you're at home.
Right. So Dana, you can look at that camera right
Yes,
there.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Just
Oh,
say,
okay.
hey, how you doing?
Hey, everybody.
Dana
How you
Trent
doing? Yes.
DeHart.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
I noticed
That's
on
how
your
most will
Facebook you still
know
got
me.
the Trent going on there. Yeah, so
I'm kind of proud of that.
me
so
too. I would be too.
I like to.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
That's a hard-working name.
That's Crit.
Well,
That's Crites,
It's a
Virginia.
hard-working name.
That is a hard working name.
now I see
real.
that for younger women or not younger women, any woman, that they will put their maiden name
Yeah.
in little parentheses or little what are they
Right.
called?
Right.
Whatever, and they should be proud of that. My
Especially her. Yeah,
Right.
she's got a lot of background. The Trents have a lot of background in Patrick County, especially over there in the Hard Reynolds area.
Well,
Crites.
with my wife, we named one of our sons. His middle name is her maiden name, Cottrell, just to keep that going, just to keep that in
Right.
the family,
Yep.
And my
first son is Winfrey.
okay,
His middle name's Winfrey Quessenberry.
You see,
and
so
I
we
wanted
did
to
the
keep
same thing.
that Winfrey going because I knew he would never be a Winfrey, but his blood is Winfrey.
I like
right. And then, so I guess when you look up people, if they don't know that you've been married to a great gentleman, DeHart, or whoever anyone would marry, then I guess that's the way to look it up is by your maiden name. My son's wife kept her name.
Nice.
Now, all of my grandchildren, got his last name,
Oh,
but she kept her maiden name throughout the marriage. So
Right.
I just
Sweet.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So Dana, tell us a little bit about yourself. We're telling you where she's from, which is Patrick County. But
You know
if you would add a little bit more, I mean, I know. For those that don't know,
Yeah. No, it's fine. So we did grow up together.
yeah. On a bus,
Went to on the bus.
little old
Went
blonde-headed
to school.
girl.
Yes, I know it's gotten a little darker.
So
I'm
she's
not out
sweet.
in the sun as much as I used to be.
But you've
no.
really made a name for yourself. I'm sorry, I'm just like,
Oh,
okay,
no.
keep going.
It's all good. No,
Yeah, I apologize.
I went to school
Yeah.
Went to college.
Where'd you go to college at?
Finally got my master's at Radford.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then,
We got a boy in Radford.
Yeah,
Oh,
old,
hey.
old Jasper, he's up at Radford right
we're
now.
extremely
That's a
proud of
good
him.
school.
He's on the dean's list. He's doing great
Yes.
things.
Yes, Jasper
No,
Boyce. Yeah, he's a really good dude. Yeah.
No, I love it's a good campus.
I've heard that's a party school.
It's hey,
Did you party when you was up there, Dana?
Lord, no. Good Lord.
I'm just messing with you. Dana. I'm just messing with you. I know. I'm sorry.
No, I'm really too timid. Really,
You
for
are.
stuff
You've
like
always been a
that.
sweetheart. Yes.
But
Yes.
no, I it's I always say college is. There's
Yeah.
always a party.
It
somewhere.
is party crowd for
But,
everybody.
you know.
Yeah.
But no, I was actually one of those people running around on campus. I was one of the resident directors.
Nice.
So I was going around
Yeah.
sniffing out.
Making
Was
sure
you
that-
really?
Yes, I
Well,
was
don't be
one of
sniffing
those.
now.
Oh no!
Nope, just
So-
joking.
Don't be
I was
sniffing.
one of
Don't be
those.
smelling now.
It's
The
empty.
kids didn't want to see me coming, so but I was one of those people. But no, and what I always tell folks is Piedmont, and this was you can tell it's back in the old days, right? I remember looking in the Roanoke Times, and there was an ad for a job, and I was like, oh, Martinsville.
Hey.
Like I know where that is.
Right. Right.
So when you're a poor college kid, but they did. They interviewed me because folks have said, "Why didn't you come work in Patrick?" And I said, "Well, they weren't hiring at the time."
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
I worked in Martinsville.
Okay, so
until-
you was in school. You was in Radford. You were what was your major?
counseling
Counseling.
psychology.
And so you seen opening in Martinsville.
Yeah, and it was with Piedmont,
Right.
and I have literally been
Piedmont
with them.
Community Services, which I messed up earlier when
it's
we were
okay.
talking. I was like, Patrick County Community Services. I'm so used to that, right out of Patrick Springs. We'll get to that. I apologize. But
no, you're fine.
Piedmont Community Services, hiring in Martinsville,
Yep.
something that you'd went to school for,
Oh yeah.
dived right in.
Yep. Right into doing intensive in-home.
Right.
And if
What's
you,
that?
if-
What's that in? What's I'm in? Sorry,
Oh, it's okay. No, I say it is. If you want to become a very good therapist, jump right out of school into the flaming hot fire pan of
Martinsville.
intensive in-home. No, I'm serious because
Right.
you go into homes and you're working with children
Okay.
that are at risk of being removed in
Oh,
such
okay.
as
Really?
say, maybe their behaviors.
Can we say
are-
behavior,
Yeah.
drugs? Can
Could
you
be.
say, or
Yeah, they
could
may
be
be-
just a variety of?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
type of thing. And so,
Well, bless
going
your
into
heart.
people's homes and
Yeah.
then it sort of set me up to do what I do now because now this doesn't this doesn't feel quite so intimidating. It's like
Yeah.
you
Here
know.
we are.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're intimidating me, man.
really,
Yes.
oh God, oh
You
Lord.
always have.
Any kind of therapist intimidates me.
Right.
Oh my
And-
God!
right.
Let me tell you
it's-
something.
Right.
And it's a myth. We do not read minds. That's we don't do that.
Thank
We're
God.
just
Good
very good
Lord.
listeners.
So you went to work with Martinsville, and I know the Patrick County site of Piedmont
Yep.
Services. Was that about 10 years ago? When was that?
I got
when
there
was
in
that built?
2016.
2016.
But Piedmont
They
and
actually-
Patrick has, oh my goodness. I can remember when I was hired in 2004. They were
Wow,
in this
2004.
little-
So you're celebrating 20 years
yeah,
here.
I've been 20 years.
Nice. Well,
but they were in the
thank
little,
you.
it was an older White House.
Yes,
Up
yes.
by, I still call it Easy Stop. I'm
Right.
sorry.
I do too.
Right there
It's
in
on
the
my
heart
phone.
of Stewart, where the.
I go, hey, Google,
think-
call Easy Stop. Oh, God. It's calling Easy Stop.
Oh, it is calling Easy
Yeah, it
Stop.
will.
That's
It's
rude.
not Circle K anymore. Can I get a BLT with egg?
BLTs
They
with
do
eggs are
have
pretty
good,
good.
there's some good
Oh
food
my
there.
gosh, dude. So I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So anyway, yes, I do know that Piedmont
Mm-hmm.
Community Services were at a certain point. That's what me and him was trying to talk about. Was talking about earlier was when they built that building in
Yes.
Patrick Springs. So 2004, you're in Martinsville. You're doing the Piedmont Community Services, and they got a little white house or top house for Piedmont Community Services in Stewart. So what happens?
Oh gosh, I think they they went from there to.
I guess it's a grant or something. How do they build that? I mean, there's like a major. We all know the Martins, right there in Patrick Springs. So you come out of Elizabeth's Pizza heading toward Martinsville. You got the 4-lane, and then right there on the right, behind.
Is that driveway that everybody pulls out in front of you going down 50?
Yes.
Wait.
It's a very dangerous.
That is bad.
No joke. When I come, I literally turn my radio down and I roll the windows all the way down.
Why you turning the radio down for?
Just to be aware.
I'm listening.
Just listening.
Oh my God!
They will pull out in
I'm
front of you
serious.
right there.
Yeah,
every time.
and people don't drive 45.
Yeah.
through
No, they
there.
don't.
It is very.
Right.
No,
Right.
I've told all of my staff, especially if I go out with a new person, I say, please roll your windows down.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get
That's great.
creamed
So
in the middle.
so I've never pulled out of
She's
that
using our language, creamed.
cream. Just cream on.
You got cream.
But it's wonderful.
So
once
I've
you're
never
down
pulled
there.
out of there. I don't think I've ever went down into
You
that
should.
industrial park there.
Yeah, just go down there and
So-
circle around with the bike.
Right. So when you
Now you
come
know Dana, so you can.
right.
And if you get
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
when you come out, there must be a blind sight a little bit
It
when
is.
you're
It's on a
looking
bad
down.
curve.
But to the
It's
left.
coming over and up.
Yes, they're flying as they go past
They are.
Elizabeth's. They're picking up steam.
To get up over that hill.
They know it
and
turns
now you're
55 right there,
They
so it's
do.
like
Getting a jump. Right. It's like pulling out of the pits.
Yeah, I'm doing this, but it's-
NASCAR. Huh. So that's where you're at now. Well, that's where this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really nice.
It is a
We're
nice
kinda
building.
off to the,
Yeah, it's kind of just back behind there.
quiet.
There's A&T Tower, cell phone tower there. It's right behind the Martins.
So can I back it up a little bit?
Back it up,
Back it up. When you said you got out of college and you went down here to Martinsville and straight to work, you were dealing with younger kids that might have been taken out of the home. So you were dealing with the kids, not the parents
oh,
of
no,
that, or both, of all.
we did it all.
Just the
Whole
whole
family
house.
Yes.
dynamic.
Yeah.
The child would be, I'd say,
The issue.
identified.
That we could
But I
tell.
always say, and my specialty is really around working with kids,
Yeah.
but kids never exist in a bubble. I mean, you're very much part
Yes.
of a way bigger.
I see
dynamic.
kids
It's
are
not just the
almost
child.
almost like kids are almost like a mirror
Oh yeah,
of what they're around.
yeah.
You know,
Right.
they know no other
Right.
thing.
Right.
So these kids were probably pre-drug and alcohol, just dealing with actual emotions of humans. Because then you have another aspect that grow up from that into drugs and alcohol.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You see a lot of, a lot of generational.
A
type
lot of
of,
generational pain, right?
And and we do, unfortunately, we see a lot of trauma. With kids and adults too, and you see that play out.
Ain't she the perfect one that I was
Generation.
telling you?
Right.
Oh, you're well. Thank you. I
You
hope y'all
know,
still think that
I'm
at the
just-
end of
Well,
this.
I think what he was saying was
Yeah.
the way you explain things and the way you talk
Very
is
humble.
very humble, very very calm.
Oh, I appreciate
You
it.
know,
Thank you.
so
Us in Patrick County call it sweet. She's very sweet.
But I'm sure when you're dealing with somebody whose emotions are firing off in all different directions,
Right.
the way you bring things and the way you explain things kind of brings them back down.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yes.
that is
You
very
have to-
important. Yeah,
It is.
I like that.
It
That's
is
great.
truth. It is.
So anyway, so we could speed back up to Patrick County. We moved from the little white building in Stewart down to Patrick Springs.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's more than 10 years ago, I think. 2000, maybe 12 when they built
Yeah,
that.
I've been-
I don't know.
I've been dodging
You
cars
could tell us more
for 12 years.
about as far as when you transitioned to there. I mean, so you're in Martinsville. When did you move to Patrick County?
It was 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
So you're just looking at
So
8
we
years
were
ago.
looking- Yeah, not
Yeah.
that long. Yeah, I know, doesn't it?
I know it don't seem that long, but
So that was a great move for you. You felt like
yeah.
you were
I wanted to get
Back
coming
home.
back home and serving your community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
just,
great.
And it's one of those things. It was just an opportunity, and I did. I did pray about it.
Good
Amen.
Good
Well,
for
I
you.
always feel like
Yes.
if you don't have, you
Yes.
know,
I pray before and after it.
yes,
You know, that's what I
Right,
do.
right,
So,
right.
you know, and
Right.
it felt good. So, and it still has, because I really feel like, you know, it's something, and maybe it takes time. Like, I'm sorry, I'm getting older. You know, you get a little bit
Hey.
more sentimental. Because
do.
now I've got little nieces and nephews, and
absolutely.
the schools,
That's sweet,
and
yeah.
Family, and
Right,
it's
right.
nice to, at least to hope and think that to be impactful.
Right.
I
Well,
guess
do you
in a
feel
way.
that there's room in your profession
You have
to?
been.
I appreciate
are.
it. Thank
Do you feel that there's
Definitely.
room in your profession to grow that way, to maybe look at things a different way, and than maybe what you did at 20 years old, and
Oh,
give some
yeah.
advice or listen to somebody in a different tone?
Of all the things
Now
she's
that
heard,
you're
I
doing-
can
Yeah.
imagine.
Right.
Yeah.
So long as you could evolve, I'm sure.
So y'all deal with a lot because
yeah.
it's just not just the people that reach out to you, but I would say law enforcement.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's probably the majority.
Oh, we
I mean,
have
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of-
You tell me.
I was thinking.
I know you
about
can't
one
get
of my,
specific,
Oh, no. No, you
Pacific,
just-
not the ocean. Specific.
I know that ocean. Oh,
Yeah. Specific.
But no, we've worked
Atlantic.
With a lot of good folks. I've really always thought a lot of, I know we're a little police department over there.
Very
but
small.
good grief. I think about the amount of area that
Oh,
they have
God.
to cover.
Right.
you just drive around the community and realize, if a call comes out in A-Rat,
Huge.
and then an emergency happens down there in Kreitz, and they're
know.
flying back and forth throughout the county trying to serve, and
It's kind of incredible what they're able to do, and
Absolutely.
they've always. I'll be honest. I mean, they've always been very responsive, because we sometimes have situations, and they're very good about getting there,
Well,
and
I
and they're
was-
kind.
I was going
especially
to
with
ask you,
mental health. That's
with mental health issues, have you been in a dangerous situation where you felt like maybe I need to remove yourself from?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Without
always,
getting specific.
well,
Right,
I mean,
right.
I always say, I mean, it's one of probably one of the drugs that scares me the most is meth, because you can literally take a
Amen.
person that is just
Totally change
Oh,
their
they're so
mindset. They're not the
kind
person. They're not
when
the
they're
same person.
not
Right.
under the influence,
Right.
and then when you add, it's almost like Dr. Jekyll.
Well, girl, you
Yeah.
need to be
Mr.
careful
Hyde.
out
Oh,
there
yeah.
Not.
with
Oh,
all
but
this.
I just
please,
trust it.
please.
Stay prayed up.
Unfortunately, I've had friends
Oh,
in the past, I guess you could say friends, acquaintances that I've known in the past that are, I don't know about them now, but, you cut ties with people, but it totally changes somebody that was sweet, loving person of Patrick County. I'm going to say Patrick County because I love them, to the person they would rob from their own mama.
I know.
I mean, and it's not them.
No,
I know this.
it's not.
It's the drug, but it's still them because you're dealing with the person. I mean, you're dealing with the physical body of them. Their mind is somewhere else, and I mean, it just really it blows my mind that somebody could change.
I know.
And I think somebody that's never experienced that or had that in their life, as far as a friend or a family member to go through that, it's hard for them to realize. It's like, well, they deserve whatever everything they get.
Right,
Well,
it's
I mean,
easy to
just
throw
like-
stones. And
It's easier to throw stones than it is to hold back and say, wait a minute, I've known him since he was a little bitty kid.
I know.
I mean, it's a weird
And
situation.
And this is, this, I don't know if this is an opportunity, but one of the things that we've really tried, and we have, I can't say enough about the amazing services that have been added. And we've got a lot of that now in Patrick, but is geared towards folks that struggle
Right.
with substance use.
Right.
And we needed that.
You would
That-
say that's the
Oh.
main
I think the
thing in
yeah.
Patrick County.
the 90s really tore up Patrick County.
Yeah. And
Right,
You know,
right.
really did.
Well, same as Martinsville and Henry County. I mean, we got
I'm
a lot
sure
of jobs that
the
were
United
lost.
States just
Oh,
tore
yeah.
it up, you know.
Yeah, but we're I think Martinsville's the main opioid capital of the damn United States, unfortunately, because
well, we say Martinsville, but I'm sure back in the day you could let anybody know Patrick County was the place to go get your meth.
really.
Yeah, it was that bad.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't realize.
They knew how to cook it. I mean, that's just, they had the open area to cook it. You could cook without your neighbors knowing it. And yeah, but between methamphetamines and the whole dope sick with, prescription pills,
Yeah.
the 90s really tore up Patrick County.
Yeah.
Really bad. So
Bad.
I'm glad that you're doing something about it. I'm glad you're giving them some help because, like Daniel said, those are people that we knew,
Oh, yeah.
and that's not them anymore.
It's not them
No.
anymore.
It's not,
Right.
I don't know if there's a way to get them back, but maybe there's a way to just help.
I think I think the community. Well, I'm going to let her speak on that.
Oh.
I'll let you speak on that because just from what I've known from especially law enforcement, dealing with Piedmont Community Services, that you need somebody to talk to besides your parents or besides your mom or guardian or friends or whatever. You need to kind of reach out to somebody that's opposite, and just I think to really get that out and just to say, hey, and then they don't judge you. It's hard not to judge somebody. I've had family members in certain situations. It's hard not to go, what the
Oh, I know.
wrong with you? You know, I mean, you kind of get upset about the situation. But if you have that other person that's kind of like, it's not saying they agree, but they're there to listen. So that really helps.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of counselors that I know that work for Piedmont Community Services, and you, of course, that are just open-minded to the situation of just, hey, I'm here to listen. I know you got issues. I'm not going to judge you for those issues, but we need to work this to make sure that you get better.
Yeah.
We want to get you to back where you are or where you were. Get back to that person that we all feel that we love you. You know, it's I don't know, it's weird, but anyway.
Oh, no. It's fine. I mean, it's exciting to have those services in place because.
Thankful.
Yeah.
Very thankful.
You know, because it's just like you said. I mean, I really don't know of anybody that isn't completely immune from it
Right.
anymore.
Right.
And we do. I mean, the thing about what I have encountered with folks who have come in really struggling is this is a person deep down.
Right. This is
that
a person.
They're hurting.
Yes.
Something, I don't know what that something might be.
So
has
many different
happened.
scenarios.
Yeah.
Of what they can
And-
go through, their life experiences.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to add, but I've had people in my life to go through that. So it's so many different scenarios, so many different life experiences that just either drive or peer pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Also does that. Unfortunately, our peer pressure back in the mine was anyway. I didn't really have much peer pressure. I was probably the one that was peering.
I was. I think he was a
Dana's
pressure.
like, yeah.
I don't even know if that's
Pressure.
a word.
Is that a word? Pressure.
Peering.
Peer.
I was peering. I don't think I was peer
Daniel was
pressured. I
leading the
was the
charge.
peer pressure.
But
Peer
unfortunately,
pressure.
I don't think anybody's there. I don't think anybody's there when that one person decides to go down that path.
No,
You know,
right,
I don't
right,
think
right.
that loving friend's there. I don't think that mother's there. I think that they're alone.
Yeah.
I think they're alone trying to battle something, and
I don't think anybody is there to destroy somebody else's life.
Well, I was going to say, if you really think about it, it's like, it's for a lot of folks, and if you look at anything, it's like it's a lot of what we do is to cope.
Yes.
If you really look at it for what it is.
Fill the hole.
Regardless of what the drug is.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat.
Right.
You're gonna eat too much ding dongs, and you're gonna need a counselor for
I don't know
that.
if you've got coffee in there, but I mean,
coffee. Hey.
You know me and my coffee.
I can
Are you?
smell.
He's coffee.
You can smell my coffee.
I can smell
All right.
it.
I
Don't
drink
smell
a,
my cup.
I drink a
It's so
pot.
good.
I drink a pot in the morning, and I drink a pot in the evening, and a couple in between, somewhere here and there. I am a coffee junkie,
My cup's gone.
and that's how I cope.
And we
Unfortunately,
cope, yeah.
I also smoke cigarettes.
Oh, see,
You know, and I've been doing that since a child.
Yeah.
That was a coping mechanism back in the day that I've realized that I wanted to be an adult. Everybody was hanging out smoking were adults.
That
And
was
then
the big, yeah.
then the news said, well, you can't smoke unless you're an adult. Well, I'll be damned. I'm an
right.
adult.
Don't tell me
You
you
know,
can't.
so then I started smoking. So coffee and cigarettes. Yep, you are correct.
darn.
There is a mechanism there for everybody and a habit for everybody. And then some habits really hurt others faster.
Right.
And I'm
It's
glad
true.
that you're offering some help. I think we got 2 minutes.
I would say the coffee and the cigarette thing is
me.
more of a personal. I don't know if your coffee and cigarette addictions affected me any, as far as I know. How's that affecting me?
As long as I'm not smoking around you, I guess I
there's
understand
no
what you're saying.
secondhand
But if
smoke,
you're
but-
sitting there, you know, doing methamphetamines and you're stealing
Oh,
them,
right. I'm
or-
talking about
no,
cigarette.
yeah, you know, I
I
don't
mean,
think
taking the 60, 70, they're drinking coffee and
mean-
there's no ignorance in my life. That's something you do to yourself.
Marlboros and Folgers.
Right, but then we get into we get into the later stuff to where you're like, yeah, man, here, try this, or
Who's doing that?
burn that, or burn this, or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's a
Who's doing that?
peer pressure.
Oh my God!
So we do.
Where do
No,
you
no,
even?
no,
Where do
don't
you get
say-
meth? When does that happen? I don't know. This
I don't
probably is not a
either.
question.
I'm lost on
this
that
is
too.
this-
I have never thought about.
Hey, you
using
know
meth
what? I feel
in my
bad.
whole life.
Let's use meth.
Right, we're gonna go down the road. Hey, Chad,
You know where to
try
pick
this
up.
meth out.
Where you know where to pick
Yeah.
up this meth?
Yeah, or coke or any
No.
of it. You can't even get. Apparently, you can't even get pure cocaine anymore. But I've never even thought about
How do
that.
you
Maybe
know?
I'm just. But in Patrick County, you just don't think. I mean, I'm not blaming Patrick County, but I'm saying in going through high school and doing everything, I have never had anybody come to me and say, we're doing meth, or you want to try this, or, I mean, it was never a thing.
Maybe
So I
that's a
don't-
blessing, and maybe that's a blessing because
praise God, yes,
you know,
I'm so
I've-
thankful, but
I've
I've
had-
never had
never
had that come up
friends
in any
before.
situation.
I've had friends before in middle school that actually went to the bathroom counter and grabbed some Raid and did what they call whippets,
Yeah,
where they
I've
hold
heard
the,
of that,
where they
but I've
hold
never
the
done that.
rag over the thing and
Yeah.
get the aerosol out of it.
Right,
And
gold paint, and
Right,
silver
and I think
paint.
that's and for him that was a coping. It made him feel numb. He was he was living with his grandmother. His dad was out on the road trying to pay bills, and his mom wasn't around. So his coping mechanism was
Hey.
to get as high as you possibly can and to
Right.
feel numb. And that's a shame. So I'm glad you're there helping people,
Yes,
and that's
so
got to feel
thankful.
good
Right.
to lay down.
Take this moment to subscribe. It really helps. And we greatly appreciate it.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe. You just heard it. And so that really helps us out. We are here, your host, Daniel Lewis, Brother Chad Hudson.
Name our chicken.
Yes, we forgot to put that out there.
Let's name it.
Please name our chicken.
You got a name?
You got a name for a chicken?
I didn't even
I'm
know
kind
that
of
You
was
see
a
our
threw you out there.
chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I
searching
used
for a
to.
name.
There is a $40 gift certificate to someone in it's Martinsville restaurant, which is Hugo's. Yes, for someone to name our chicken. If we choose the name, they get the $4 gift certificate. Yeah. We are here with Dana Trent DeHart.
And she's thinking hard. She wants to name our chicken.
Now I'm totally focused on this.
She's totally focused on the chicken
I
now.
want that.
Me
I want
too.
that-
I'm like,
I want that gift certificate.
this was a Christmas gift to me. And we got us a little refrigerator here for beverages,
Water.
and then we got a chicken on top. And I love my chicken. He just don't have a name yet, or she.
No, that's a he.
It's a he.
That's a
yeah.
cock.
Oh yeah, that is
Yeah.
definitely he
That's
chicken. So we need to.
What are
we
you
need
playing
a
with
name
his
for that.
waddles for?
I
That's
don't know.
kinda gross,
He's kind of
Daniel.
cool. He's kind of cool. Normally I don't do that. He
You
could
don't
tell
play
you.
with guys' waddles?
Yeah, I don't play with no guys' waddles.
That's a good thing. That's real good. Leave my snake alone. Play with his waddles.
I don't play no waddles. But if you come up with the name,
Yeah.
Dana, we'd love to.
Yeah.
Continue to call him that.
Now,
You could email me later.
I will.
Or
Let
if you
me-
think of something now during the podcast, we'd love it.
Blurt it out. Blurt it out.
Yeah,
if it
just
comes
blurt
to you
it out.
later.
Okay,
Right.
I
We're,
will.
we're sitting here.
I'll be in
deep-
the middle of something very serious, and
that's
it'll
what I
come
was right.
to. I know.
That's what I was
Yes.
thinking. I was like, I'm going to be in deep conversation on something. I'm going to go
Now, we have no deadline,
Geronimo.
right?
But, I mean, it's not Geronimo.
we have
it's-
no deadline on this, right?
No deadline.
We just, when the name comes, it will hit us.
Yeah.
And
There he is.
Yeah. There.
Right. I love him. He's part of the Be Real crew. He's checking us out. He's checking you out. I think more than anybody.
Kind of
because
eyeballing you.
He's eyeballing you.
He's like, I don't
But,
need no counseling.
right.
I'm good.
That's the main one that needs it. That's me. That's me. I don't need no counselor. I've always loved, what was that, Moana?
Yeah.
The Disney film with the, what's his name? The chicken on that thing. It's,
hey.
Hey.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
Hey
is
Hey's
my
the guy.
chicken.
But
He's my guy.
we have a hey at the house, so he can't. His name
Right.
can't be hey.
No, it's not Hey.
Nope.
No, I wouldn't go with that, but I love some Hey. But anyway. Piedmont Community Services. Reaching out to the people of Patrick County, Henry County. Y'all were in 4 counties?
Yeah, Franklin, Patrick County, Henry, and then Martinsville City. I guess,
Martinsville
is
City,
it
okay.
still? I don't know.
I know. I'm the same way. I'm like, hey, people of Henry County,
Hey,
but I encompass everybody.
Okay, I do too.
Right.
So,
yeah. Martinsville is the same as Henry County. I don't know when I'm leaving or when I'm going or whatever. So apparently got their own city there. They almost tried to annex each other, I think. Or Martinsville tried to, was Henry County annex it? I don't know. But anyway,
Yes, one of them.
Something.
one or the other, they were trying to be a part of each other. I don't know where that went, but I don't think it went anywhere. But we are back to thank you for being who you are.
Guys.
You went to Radford University. We've learned a lot about you,
Yep.
or a little bit about you anyway. And
She was not a party girl at Radford.
she was not a party girl.
no.
One thing
she
I
was
do,
hall patrol. She was sniffing out.
I was.
Make sure no one was smoking any
was.
funny business. She was,
and you're drinking coffee.
I am drinking coffee. She smelt it on me.
One thing I do want to ask her without,
Yes, sir.
and I'm sorry, but you said all questions are open.
Yeah, sure.
To a certain point, was if you would, because I'm going to share this on Patrick County News,
Oh, yeah,
because I'm the administrator of that, but I want people to know who could help them. But Dana, okay, on your Facebook's Dana Trent DeHart. So Trent, let's get a little bit more into the Trent, just
Oh,
for a
Lord.
second, if you would.
Oh, sure.
Who's your dad,
Oh,
mom,
good
and
Lord.
if you don't mind. I
Oh,
mean, if
no,
you don't want to
it's
get that
fine.
personal, I mean, I
No,
completely
it's
understand.
fine. I mean,
Okay.
a lot of
People know you because of that.
I will
Yeah.
say that
and that's
was-
who's always going to watch it
Yeah.
anyway. I mean, we're not getting no views from
Right.
Illinois. Illinois. Woo! Iowa.
We get
New
some,
Hampshire.
We get some views from
Donald
Connecticut.
Trump.
We get some views from Connecticut.
Yeah.
We
got
get out there.
Yeah, we got Connecticut and
get out there.
Germany.
Right.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good views. Yeah. But for those of us that are in the real world of Patrick County,
People know the Trents.
people know the trends.
Well, they know the DeHarts too. Those are
Right.
Those are two
Right.
powerhouse names.
yeah.
Patrick County.
And I don't know your guy. DeHart, he was.
Matt.
He's Patrick County?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, it's okay.
Let's start with Trent.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
No, Matt, he's
All right.
good.
Trent. Yeah, he is. Good.
Man, he's a good
He is
guy.
really
I'm sure he is.
Yeah, I picked a good one.
You did.
Good
You
for
did.
you.
Really
Good for
good
you.
guy. Right.
That's not always easy.
It's not. It's not.
easy.
All right. From where we are, I guess you got a better pick of the crop from Apache County.
Yeah.
He's from Apache County, right? Yes, that's what I thought. I mean, it's just but anyway, Miss Trent,
But
what's
yeah,
the
we're a lot of folks know we grew up and we still farm.
right?
You know, and that's why I say that's why I'm proud of that name. It's a very hard-working name.
It is.
So,
it is.
You know, but
Just past the Reynolds Homestead.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember you used to get on the bus at.
and a lot of folks, well, you know, knew my dad,
Yeah,
You know,
and his name, I'm sorry,
Tommy.
Tommy.
Trent.
Yeah, Tommy Trent. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
So you know, Mama.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not going to change how I speak.
Oh,
Y'all gonna know-
absolutely.
No,
y'all
I'm
gonna
sorry.
Go
know
on,
exactly-
country. Go on, tell
You're
it,
gonna
girl.
know exactly where I'm from, but no, I mean, you know, Mama, she still, you know, has the farm and
right.
you know,
That's
they
great.
Yes.
sell a lot of produce and stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's just,
That's
but
awesome.
that's you know, still there,
Right.
You know, so we just
That's awesome.
just
I
carrying
love it.
on.
I love it. So you went through high school. You met the DeHart boy
Yep.
in high school.
Oh no, in college.
Oh, in college. So DeHart was up there in Radford.
Yeah, he was working up in that area.
Ah.
So I know.
You
Cupid
tagged him,
struck,
and then boom.
and he, yeah, I know. And
You
that-
from Apache County?
Oh, Cupid.
You from Apache County?
yeah.
Let's
yeah.
go out.
And that was
And
that
that's
was
great.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
That's great.
Now, what's he do?
Well, right now he is sort of kind of figuring some things out, but his real wheelhouse is classic cars.
Oh
Classic
yeah,
cars.
right.
Yeah, just in his blood. Just
Right.
kind of like, you know,
That's in my
playing in the
blood.
dirt is
Right.
Hey,
playing in
Now, when you say,
grease and
classic cars, is he restoring them? Is he working on them, or
he
what?
does. Yeah.
Collects them,
But
buys
it's
them?
more of a we do it sort of on our own.
Yeah.
It's
I have a
That's
'72
nice.
Monte Carlo that needs a paint
Oh,
job if
oh,
he's into painting.
wait.
But anyways,
he's probably into painting. I don't know. He might be into painting. Is he painting or is he?
I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna get out there with some spray paint or something.
Somebody done that.
bomb can. Okay.
We
Yeah,
had a
right.
podcast. Right, we had a podcast where somebody rattle can.
Yeah, they
car.
were writing.
That
bad
was not a
stuff
good
on it, though.
situation.
Yeah.
These guys were from Franklin County. Weddles.
Oh, sure.
Weddle. Scott
Scott
Weddle.
Weddle.
Yeah,
He-
Scott Weddle. But anyway,
Okay.
that's what it is. But anyway, back to you got several things you want to talk about. We do have some.
Right,
things-
you got paperwork,
She
professional
does.
stuff. We're rattling our mouths,
Right.
Oh, it's
rattling
This is be
cans.
real, so
Oh,
we're
we,
just you know.
well, and the thing about Piedmont, you know, is the role of what we are, which is a community services board,
right.
and you wouldn't know this unless you lived in this world that I live in, but the way Virginia is set up is it's actually gridded out into 40 different areas.
Really?
So our, you know, if you count us as 40, we're that area, Franklin, Patrick, Henry, Martinsville.
Yeah.
And the way it's set up is, you know, this is the need of the community.
Right.
So we
right.
do our very best to try to meet that need. And unfortunately,
Totally dedicated to that
oh, yeah.
area.
And that's why I'm like, you know, you know, there is a lot of focus, as it should be right now, on, you know, because it is a major
Now,
issue,
something I
substance
asked you.
use.
I know. I apologize. I don't mean to.
Oh, you're fine.
I did interrupt you again. I'm totally doing that all the time. But before we started, your official role is
Oh, I'm the assistant director
Assistant
for
director.
school-based services.
school-based services, and that covers that
That
5
whole-
county or 4
that-
county area
yeah.
that you're talking about. Wow. So you're really dealing with a lot of, you know, we see it in the news.
Oh yeah.
But how do you get a I don't know if you call them clients. I don't know. How do they become a part of the program that you're in? Or is there a situation that happens that, you know, some official puts them on a program
Or
list?
somebody can
or
reach out before.
Can somebody reach out when they feel like something's going on?
Right.
Or is it only, you know, where's the...
What's the guidelines?
Yeah.
Well, in each location, so you know, of course, we have the building in Patrick County.
Yes.
So we have the main office, which is on Clay Street. in Martinsville.
It's Martinsville. Okay.
Yeah, it's what's the name of the furniture place right across the road? A lot of folks know that. I can't remember.
Don't ask me.
But it's 24 Clay. I'm sorry. It'll come
24
to me
West
after
Street.
Clay Street. Sorry.
Clay Street.
But
Hey, 24 Clay Street.
and then of course in our Franklin County in the Rocky Mountain area.
Right.
But what we have at each location is basically Monday through Thursday. A person can come in from 8 o'clock until 3 o'clock.
No
now
appointment?
I'm like, the earlier the better, because I mean we have genuinely had it happen. No joke. We haven't even opened the doors yet, and there'll be a line
Oh, yeah.
of folks.
Oh, I bet.
And Fridays we do it from 8 to noon. And some folks do ask, well, why? Because some folks feel that that's limited. And
Right.
I
You got to
mean,
do what you can.
Well, the real honest to God fact is
Please.
well, you've these same folks that take this person in, and we do what we call a comprehensive, and it's comprehensive needs.
Because you don't know where.
Yeah, we want to
Or
know a little
what
bit
or
of
anything.
everything,
Right, right,
'cause
right.
It's not all mental health. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of folks, we also take physical health things into
Be
concern.
nutritional
Really?
or
Oh God,
right.
their history. Yeah, we try to get as much as we can very quickly, and then
And that's a lot.
it is. And the thing is what I tell folks is these same folks that are helping with those also carry a caseload. And what
Yes.
I'm talking about is, you imagine you got to be able to see those 40 some clients sometime or another.
Right.
So fitting it in, so it's a balance, and right now it's I don't know, it's like since COVID we don't have a lot of folks. We get people
Right.
wanting to go into the counseling field.
Yeah.
But
You're talking about as employees.
Oh yeah. I mean
Yeah.
we're always looking, for good folks.
Right.
It.
But as far as the or clientele outweighs majorly.
Yeah. It's we have had. I hate to talk about COVID, but it's ever since then, and I've
And you
always-
should know because you've been in the realm of everything since 2004.
Yeah.
So you can see a trend that's went up until 2020 or up until, I guess March or February of 2020, COVID hits, and it just, is that could I say personally a skyrocket mental
Oh yeah.
or, I don't
there
want to
was
say
so
mental
much.
illness, but a mental,
Yeah.
people need to speak. People
Oh,
need
yeah.
to talk to somebody. So a spike.
So
of-
probably a spike in that, and also another downward spike on employees or counselors.
Yeah, because
A lot of people
folks
just
aren't jumping at.
to go out there
Right.
and help other, right?
Right,
It
right.
was a self-preservation moment of, I got to protect myself.
I know,
So,
yeah.
I will stay at home. I will not help my fellow man. I will not go out, So, we've seen that in the veterinarian field. There was a spike in clientele. There was, I don't know if people were just at home and were looking at their dog that needed medical help instead of going to work and forgetting about the dog that needed medical help. But during COVID, there was a spike in of clientele, and on the other end, we couldn't find any help.
Really?
Yeah, so
you
it kind of
guys-
sounds the same thing. You had,
Yeah.
a spike on medical needs of people, and then trying to find some employees or some counselors to help you.
All right.
Now, what kind of credentials does it take to be a counselor for some?
Well, I mean, to be a therapist, I mean, there's a certain, 4 years of schooling,
Right.
master's
Right.
degree.
Right.
It has to be like a 60.
You just want anybody off a street.
Well,
You
no,
gotta vet
well, that's
'em.
where kind of where I was going.
No, you're
When you take
fine.
somebody with that much investment in schooling,
Oh, yeah.
they tend to go to a bigger city to where they could get a salary maybe $40,000 different than the salary that they can at Patrick County.
Right.
That's the same thing. Like I was bringing up the vet. Yes, there was just as many veterinarians graduating from college, but they were granted, $150,000 a year working in Greensboro.
I know.
Or, so you having a hard time.
Blacksburg.
Right, or Blacksburg. So you're trying to have a hard time trying to fill those need with professional grade.
You see that?
Oh,
You
yeah.
see that?
Because, I mean, it's pretty easy to jump on 220 and
What?
Right.
head to,
Right.
Greensboro, Winston,
Right.
or,
Absolutely.
Right.
head to Roanoke or whatever.
But then we got people like you that want to bring it back to their home.
Oh,
Kind
yeah.
of see a little bit more
Yeah, it's a
you know.
different feel,
Right.
when you
Oh, yeah.
Doing it
have
home-based.
folks that, it's, and I don't know, it just, for me,
Feels
it
like you're
just-
helping
it
your
feels
people.
good.
These
Yeah,
are
there
these
you
are our
go.
people.
I have this,
It's-
I
It's my village. So
Right, it's your village.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
thank
it's
you.
a different feel.
Yeah, it is. My wife, she's
Bless her.
yeah, praise God for her.
Oh.
Oh Lord, putting up with me. But she, she's kind of in the same predicament. She's got the credentials, she's got all this stuff going on, but she loves Patrick County.
Yep.
She cares a lot for the kids of Patrick County, and has based herself
Those are half Chads, by the way.
half Chads.
Half the county's kids are Chads. No, she has taught five
Oh, my
of my
goodness.
kids. Yeah.
What grade does she teach?
Oh, it's all of them. Well, it's Head Start. It's kind of the same thing because they got the
golly.
counties. They got Franklin County, Patrick County, Henry
It's
County.
set up the same
Yeah,
way.
it's kind of set up
Awesome.
the same way as
No, that's
Piedmont.
wonderful.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, she loves the kids, and so she could move on to do whatever. But I mean, she just has a heart
Yeah.
for the ones that are where we are at, and so I see that in you also. That's what makes a major difference. You could say Chad's, but she'd probably say Katie's more than Chad's.
Yeah. she gives Katie all the credit.
Yeah,
That's okay.
we do give Katie a
Dad's
lot
just
of credit.
Dad's just
We got
standing in the
Katie
background.
tree. We
That's
got
the Katie tree right there.
Right.
As many leaves as I got kids. It's just
And I would say the same thing about her. She gets all the credit. There's no credit to me at all whatsoever. I have none. But yeah, I mean, I can see that. In step also. It's for the younger crowd. You got the young crowd too, and I guess probably crowd too with Piedmont. But it's just I'm thankful for those programs.
Oh, me too.
Federally funded, locally funded, regionally funded.
Yeah.
So we're extremely blessed. We know, I mean, that's a whole lot more than what we give credit for to a lot of people. And then we got good people like you that are local that I'm so thankful for, that's run off to Radford and then come back to
That's
where
what I liked about Lock Boys. A lot
Right.
of people
Right.
would say,
Right.
oh, we need our kids to stay here, stay here, stay here. And I remember him saying over and over again, no, they need to leave.
yeah.
They need to
Let 'em go.
leave, go out there, learn something, get an education, learn to
come
come
back.
back home,
Yeah.
and now let's take care of,
Yes.
our tribe. Let's take care of our community.
Right.
The
The tribe. That's what I've always felt really good about him, because we don't have that. We don't have that. I mean, there is individually, but as far as politically, like Boyce, he spoke out a lot on just trying to keep the community safe. And I'm not trying to change the subject because I will really quick, especially when it comes to politics. But back to you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. You got some things
We
going
go
on.
all over
We
the
got
place.
some things. I know we are.
Well,
It's
and
be
then
real.
stuff
It's
on the
me.
TV?
It's not him and you. It's me. But you got some.
What do we got?
Yeah,
A flyer?
We got some
What do we got?
flyers, or what you got coming up. There's a free dental service, but wait, we got this
Oh,
going
yeah,
on.
Have I peppered your inbox?
You peppered
with
it.
all good-
I love it. I love it.
Once I get
I
a
love
hold
it.
of
I
your,
try to share everything I can.
Yeah, once I get a hold of your email address,
Do it.
I know I will, because
You'll.
they laugh at me at the jail because I still have their emails, and so.
So tell me about that. What are you talking about? The
Oh, no,
jail.
it's okay.
What are you talking
That's
about?
scaring me. What do you
it's
mean?
okay.
Jail.
No. So we do. And some folks aren't aware of this, but I once had a nurse tell me, and she's absolutely right. She said, and she was very wise. I think the world of this woman. And she said, well, Dana, you know, the jail is that's kind of your mental health hospital.
Amen.
And it
Amen.
is. So we do.
There was a
have-
little
Absolutely.
bit. There was
And
a
they
little.
need that.
There was a little
we
bit.
If
have
anybody does.
There was a
God.
little bit of hesitation on saying that, but I totally agree.
It's and
Right,
the thing
and I agree.
is, you know, and I get it. When you're incarcerated, I understand.
Right.
But what we
They don't
run
think you do,
into-
but we do, brother.
yeah,
or
but
ma'am.
what we run into, and this is the hardcore facts. A lot of these folks, when you come out, you go right back, and this is human nature. You go right back to what you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is the same environment. I mean,
Right.
that you came right
Back
out
with the
of.
friends and
And
the
it's
places.
our way of trying
Oh,
to.
we're a creature of habit.
Oh,
I mean, we
God,
just
yeah,
hold
and-
on.
Yeah.
We normalize anything in our past.
God, who would?
And we
I'm
go,
the
right.
same.
Yeah, and we did, you know, you talked about working in your younger years with the young kids of Martinsville in these maybe not so great homes. Well, they would never leave that home because that's what's normal to them.
Yeah.
So now we're talking about prison. It's the same thing. And it's not a life of crime prison. Sometimes, you know, like for myself, I could see myself in jail. I could see myself in prison. Some guy goes into my daughter's bathroom and I'm going to whoop his ass and I'm going to end up in prison. And I hope that you're there to talk to me and to ease my mind about stuff. But not everybody in the,
Amen.
not everybody in jail is there because they're just a heinous,
Oh, no.
you know, criminal.
No.
You know, there's people serving their time, paying their
Right.
dues,
They are.
and getting out. So I'm glad that
And-
you're there for them as
and
well.
we've
Yeah,
got
so
some
thankful.
services in place for that, and
Thankful.
something new that's coming. And
So
again,
y'all
I
work
don't-
both with Patrick County and Henry County Jail?
Yeah, we're in both.
Sorry,
No, you're
good
great.
Lord, I
No,
keep
it's
on
okay.
interrupting.
And something that I'm excited about. This is I think I sent you a flyer. I think.
Yeah, it might be up there.
Something that we've been doing, and I'm not an expert on this, I'm just a messenger. They've already been doing this in Henry County, but it is adult drug treatment court. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
And what this
we got that
is-
up there.
She's searching.
they
She
work-
did a great
Yeah,
job.
we
Look
got
at-
it.
It's okay.
There you go, right
The-
there it is.
The mission is
Piedmont
to
Adult
reduce.
Drug
Nice,
Treatment
own it.
Court.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is
Yeah,
that right?
it's meant to reduce incarceration. It gives you an alternative path to recovery. And again, I mean,
How does somebody? Good Lord, I keep on
I'm
interrupting.
gonna be honest. It's okay.
You guys
'cause
just smack me around
I
after
just
this.
know this.
Lock 'em up.
The gentleman is so funny. I saw him today, Quincy Gravely. His email is on here.
Yeah.
This crowd, and again, this is not really my wheelhouse. I just know it's coming, and
Right.
it's coming very soon to Patrick County, where we're going to have this as an opportunity. But my understanding of it is, you know, guys, I mean, I see it every day. I mean, the family's just plumb torn apart by substance use.
Yes.
And it's like, at the end of the day, and it's like you said, we go back to what we know.
Yes.
So if we can try to work with the family, try to do some healing there, you know, I mean, I don't know, I'm just a believer. I don't think I could really be in this job if I didn't, but I have to really believe deep down that folks have that opportunity to change.
Absolutely. I do
Because
too.
if not, it's
'Cause
like,
that's
what
who
are we
they are.
doing?
Right. Then what are we doing?
Yeah, what are we
Right.
doing? But no, this is coming very soon.
That's who they are.
And you know, it has on here some of the eligibility requirements. You were talking about that, like having a serious
Do you know what that
illness
is?
and
Do you know what she
MS.
just
Oh,
did?
she did. It
She
wasn't
gave
the
us
peace
the
sign.
no, it wasn't the peace sign,
no.
and it wasn't the middle finger. It was the 2 minutes
Give
to
me
go.
the middle finger. Oh,
It was the 2 minutes to go.
So that's
No,
coming.
This is great. And
we'll have the links below.
we'll have links
We will.
below and post everything
and,
up.
Yes.
you know,
Keep
and-
on talking.
And,
Yeah, I'm
and, you know,
sorry.
and folks, and, you know, and I, you know, we were talking a little bit about COVID. I think sometimes there is a misconception about mental health.
Yes.
I mean, I'll be honest, we've had folks come in who say, I've never had to come in and speak to someone.
Right.
I lost
so
so and
thankful.
so, or I lost multiple so and so's. I've never dealt with this before.
And isn't
When I
that great
talk to
that somebody
someone-
could say that I've never dealt with that before?
Yeah.
But you know, this
it's
past
okay.
this
That's
past
what we're here for.
right, this past year I have dealt with a little bit of anxiety that I've never felt before.
Oh yeah.
And this is, you know, we're not talking about COVID time. We're past that, I would hope. But I think with what's going on at the border, what's going on with the United States, what's going on maybe at my house, what's going on at work, all of a sudden I'm feeling things that I've never felt before. So I could see where you could be mentally sound your whole life
Yes.
and then get to 55 years old and just flip your crap and just be a lunatic. but I've noticed that it's not an age group.
Yeah.
You know?
You never know.
There
Because
might-
I always say, you know, and I do. I mean this. It is. I always say, Lord willing, please
Yes.
never let me be put in a situation that I've seen some people in, because I'm
Right.
like, you know, you just never know.
That could be me.
never know.
It could be
Right there,
anybody,
real quick.
you know. But that's what we're here for.
Right.
Is those
I'm
folks
thankful that you're here.
Me
Thank
too.
you.
I appreciate y'all having
Thank you.
me. And
So, is there a number somebody could reach out to you? I mean, there's no.
I didn't know this was a thing.
really,
I did not know. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that we could help try to promote it on our show.
Absolutely.
And definitely any
We'll have it
type
on the
in
bottom of the show.
Patrick County, but I think more people need to know that this is out there.
Right.
I think
and I know there's much more that you need to say, but
we'll have you back out.
can we have the? Can we give the number out?
Oh
Or
yeah, it's 276-694-4361.
just give.
And- yep.
That's
And
that's
like I
what they need to
said,
call.
if they need
Please.
to come in, you
Right.
know, we've got folks.
Where you think you don't need it or not, just speak to somebody.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. I love that more than anything. You know, I'm sorry we got to go.
yakking about our chicken and
know.
yakking about that. We got to go.
We'll come up with a
Miss
me hear
DeHart,
the
thank
number
you
again.
very
Thank you,
much
guys.
for meeting me.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very
And, yeah,
great.
it's nice to meet
Well,
you
I've met
officially.
you. I met you at the clinic.
I know, it's okay.
You bring in your little.
I'm
your
very
little,
focused on
Your healer.
Little Rip.
Yeah, your little healer. But it's good to see you outside and
Thank you,
and be in
Daniel.
person.
I want to hear the
appreciate
number
you.
one more time, if
It's
you don't mind.
276-694-4361.
Reach out for help,
Thanks,
everybody.
Daniel. Appreciate you.
Girl, I love
Thank
you.
you.
You know, I
Appreciate
always have.
y'all.
Yes,
Y'all are
appreciate
good
you a lot.
people. Thank y'all
You're
for
very
doing
good
this.
people. You are very good people, and I
Thank
thank you for
y'all.
coming out here and putting up with us. And just you got a love for the people of your community, not just Patrick County, but I've always known it for a very long time. But I love how you love Patrick County. I love how you love the people, and so Dana is the one you need to reach out to.
Yeah, appreciate you.
So thankful for you.
thank you, guys.
Appreciate you.
Thank
Keep
you.
going strong, girl.
Okay, I know. it's all I
Praying
know
for
to
you.
do. Thank
Love
y'all.
you. Thank you. Yes, we will be back.
Y'all be real and come on back.